3rd of September 1940.
3-3 Squadron, stand by!
At 10:20 a.m. the squadron was raised to readiness status. Soon, 6 Hurricanes from A Flight took off under the command of Flight Lieutenant John Kent, and 10 minutes later, another 6 planes of B Flight, led by Flying Officer Václav Lapkovsky. By this time, A Flight was far away from the airfield. Lapkovsky could not understand orders sent through the radio. This resulted in B Flight being lost and flying in the wrong direction. A Flight was alone, but the operators on the ground were not aware.
Carter to Avenue Red Leader. Victor 140, Angels 15. 150, 20 miles ahead.
Kent had to say something. He broke the radio silence.
Apani Red Leader to Garter. Order received, 150, 20 miles ahead. But you realise that we're only 6, I repeat. We are only 6. Over.
Understood. You're only 6. Lads, be careful.
Later Kent commented.
In that moment, I wanted to shoot him.
Fortunately for them, German formation changed their direction just before being intercepted. The squadron was returned to Norfolk. Suddenly, they spotted over 20 Bf-109s going back to France.
Bandits, 3 o'clock high. Break. Victor. Bauke. Ich beruhe. Freie Bahn.
Some of the Germans, which still had some fuel and ammunition left, attacked them from above. The battle turned into chaos.
Ich hab Durst. Halbzeit.
Kent noticed a Bf-109 right in front of him. He looked to the right and saw a propeller, thinking it belonged to his wingman, which was a terrible mistake. it wasn't a Hurricane, but another Bf-109 trying to shoot him down. Thankfully, Pilot Officer Jan Zumbach came out of nowhere and chased him away. Sergeant Wojtowicz got terribly hit. His plane was on fire and leaking oil. Flying Officer Henneberg was under attack by 4 Messerschmitts simultaneously. Kent aimed his guns at the German and opened fire. He could see large chunks of the aircraft's skin being ripped from its wings. The German kept flying and running away. Soon he was out of range, so Kent headed back to base. The last one to return was Zbigniew Henneberg. His plane was heavily damaged during the fight, but he miraculously returned at around 12 PM. Sergeant Wojtowicz was missing. His plane had crash-landed near the village of Woodchurch in Kent. 2 hours later, at 2:45 PM, 9 Hurricanes took off on another combat mission, but they didn't establish contact with the enemy, except one pilot. Sergeant Josef František flew away from his squadron and tried to hunt the Germans over the English Channel.
Józef František, 3 września 1940 roku. Leciałem jako Green 2 w Straży Tylnej Formacji. Wystartowaliśmy do lotu patrolowego nad Maidstone i Dover z Northolt o 14:15. Widzieliśmy wiele brytyjskich myśliwców sprawdzając się nawzajem. Z pułapu 22 000 stóp zaobserwowaliśmy jakiś dywizjon ponad chmurami na wysokości 8 stóp. Były to Spitfire. Zszedłem poniżej warstwy chmur i zobaczyłem Heinkla 113. Zanurkowałem w jego stronę i strzelałem z góry ze 100 yardów przez 2 sekundy w kabinie. Przypuszczalnie zabiłem pilota, gdyż nieprzyjaciel wleciał powoli w morze i zniknął.
František claimed he had shot down an HE-113, but in fact it was a Bf-109 from the 51st Jagdgeschwader. The HE-113 never existed, and was invented by German propaganda, which claimed it to be one of the fastest planes in the world. Despite this, many Allied pilots believed they had shot down HE-113s instead of Bf-109s. František did not write about the incident with a friendly Spitfire. When he was returning to Northolt, he was attacked by the Spitfire, who misidentified his plane with the German Messerschmitt. František turned sharply, allowing the attacking pilot to see the RAF routers on the wings, and he ceased fire. That was the first day that the 303 Squadron's losses were higher than claimed kills. The squadron had lost 2 planes, claiming only 1 kill. That evening, Squadron leader Ronald Kellett sincerely talked with the pilots. He asked for their feelings about the battle and what they could do to improve their combat efficiency. Many pilots complained about their machine gun convergence. Most of the shots hit the enemy's wings instead of the fuselage, engine and canopy. Kellett ordered to modify all planes' convergence from the standard range of 360 metres to only 200 metres. Squadron 303 was one of the first RAF squadrons which decided to modify their guns' convergence.